Welcome to the Graced and Graced. Two videos were set to upload yesterday, but due to a technical hitch, they never got to be uploaded. So I was forced to do it or to do them again. So I'm sorry they never uploaded yesterday, but we can do it again. So today we focus on addiction with regard to substance or drug. The next video I shall do would be on addiction, but on process addiction. And process addiction will be in two parts. But today we focus on addiction, that is substance or drug, substance addiction. You cannot overcome something you don't know. To overcome addiction, one has to know something about addiction, to learn something about it. There are two categories of addiction. Two categories of addiction. One is chemical or substance addiction. Some call it substance use or substance abuse. Chemical or substance abuse. This particular one results from something being ingested into the body, or someone ingesting alcohol or other drugs into the body. And this is usually done by these persons in order to feel different, in order to feel good, in order to feel nice. But the bottom line is, not all people who ingest this alcohol into the body who get addicted to alcohol, but other drugs may hook them into addiction. Not all people who use alcohol become addicts, no. But they can be addicted to other drugs when they try to use them. So we have substance or chemical addiction. Then we have the other one is process addiction, which we shall talk about in the next video. But here, let us focus a little bit on signs of alcohol addiction, or what we can call susceptibility to addiction to alcohol. People who develop serious alcohol issues often have the ability to handle or to control their drinking. All those who use alcohol, majority have the ability to control their drinking. In a sense, they can drink a lot without having issues or without having much effect on them. This is another sign that they drink a lot, but they have a sense of control over it. The a lot factor is an issue here. Drinking a lot. That they can drink and drink and drink and drink and they have no issue with it, but that's a sign there's something wrong somewhere. Another sign is binge drinking. Binge. This is a person who consumes a lot of alcohol in one sitting or in one evening or in one weekend, but doesn't drink for several weeks after. And this person can argue and say, see, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not susceptible to addiction because I can control my drinking. I just sit in one weekend, drink a lot, and then I don't drink for weeks and weeks. This long stretch without alcohol is not proof that one is not susceptible to addiction. This long stretch without drinking is not proof that one is not susceptible to addiction to alcohol. Another danger sign is having others in the family who have been alcoholics. Having others in the family who have been alcoholics. Heredity is a factor and indicates much higher probability of becoming addicted to alcohol. Either a sister, a brother, a father, a mother that have been in that journey of alcoholism, there is a high probability that you may become an addict. That means we have to watch for these signs. I just mentioned 3. There are several other signs that can indicate one can become or is susceptible to addiction. These signs are troublesome. They spell trouble for many in society. We have to watch out for them. Becoming addicted to a drug can start innocently. Even becoming addicted to alcohol can start innocently. Some use alcohol or a drug just to fit in with a group of friends. They just want to fit in with a group of friends or with friends. Regarding other drugs, some people get legitimate prescription from a doctor and eventually get hooked to it after a while, especially when the effects of that drug wear off or wear out. And hence this person has to move and have some more and more of it. When the effects wear out, what does it mean? This person may move to another level in order to keep having the same effect that is needed. And some people end up eventually getting even subscriptions or medical subscriptions from the streets because they cannot legitimately go back to the doctor and ask for the same, because the effects of the original prescription does not work anymore. So they end up getting these prescriptions from the street. And this becomes a sense of self-medication. That means they are using illegal drugs. They for self-medication from the street. It begins as a way of escaping pain. In many persons, they want to escape pain. They don't want to feel the pain. But the need for more of it easily becomes compulsive. The need for more, it becomes compulsive and end up becoming an addiction. So we have to watch out how easily we can become even dependent on prescription drugs, and we want to move to more powerful drugs than what we have been using before. So we have to watch out on this. So we talked about alcohol, we have talked about some even prescription drugs, and then they move from those prescription drugs to other drugs to give them the same effect they were having before, because now these ones do not give them those effects because they want to escape the pain, but they become addicted, and this goes on and on and on and on. They become drug addicts. The users feel trapped, and gradually they get loaded down with shame and guilt. They are trapped and they need to be freed from that trap. And they move to other drugs, more even powerful drugs. And the spiral goes on and on and on and on. They become drug addicts. They are bowed down, they are brought down by shame and guilt. For today, we stop there. We have those two categories, chemical or substance and process addiction. So today we talked about substance addiction, and it begins innocently, alcohol or any other drugs, and then moves on and moves on. Let us next video talk about process addiction. May God bless you and embrace you.